But we'll see how TRUEWHALE and SPIRES get through this one, because we've got round number 1 starting right now with the pre-bans coming out here.
Oh, Stoic, I'm so excited. The recent change of adding the best record from each player is so cool. You can see that legend in there, TRUEWHALE. Maybe one day I'll get that. Not just kidding. I won't have that one. SPIRES with the top 12. So 2 incredible players. And we see the Gianna pre-ban on one side and, as we called it, Wetjet on the other one.
Yeah, let's see what SPIRES going to be taking as a first pick here. There, of course, is that Oliver locking in at 33 speed lead. I do believe all these players today should probably be taking their time, because when it comes to these live performances, everyone wants to get their full thought process coming out here. And, of course, we're going to be seeing a Laura potentially hitting the field with that Cigar as well.
I love the Cigar pick. The quick answer, not letting him have the Juno. We talked about how this unit is so important. You know, the despair, the interruption, the cutting in, and the sustain that it brings to the team. And for newer players to the game, Oliver is so powerful, not only because of the speedy, but it's a unit that takes away attack bar, gains attack bar through it, and resets units. So in here, taking away the Tianlang, we talked about stolen units. Why is that unit so powerful in this matchup?
It's so powerful because we've got 2 other units on this field, have a lot of attack bar gain. We've got an Oliver, we've got a Juno, and what they're supposed to be doing is Juno's hopefully going to be revenging and getting a lot of attack bar, if it's built on revenge, of course. And then Oliver's trying to get all that attack bar back. But Tianlang, he's going to disrupt a lot of that play here.
I really like the last pick of Riley from SPIRES. He brings in more sustain, guaranteeing that he can withstand a lot of damage, and TRUEWHALE slapping that Masha, the monster that is the face of the America's Cup. That is a big threat. It's a monster that can remove someone from the field, and you're not taking it back. If you manage to get that Death Break into the proc or more damage on the next turn, what do you think these players are going to do right now? Which looks like the biggest threat on TRUEWHALE's side?
Well, for SPIRES, I really like that Riley, and I like that Kinky as well, because a Moor or a Water Ryu got placed on the side of TRUEWHALE, and that's going to really help out SPIRES here. So I feel like one of those units are probably going to be going, and it is going to be the Kinky. Kinky's going to get the ban here. Masha, as you were saying, massive threat here, gets the ban as well. We've got a 33 speed lead coming out for SPIRES and a 24 speed lead here for TRUEWHALE.
This is gonna be an incredible match, everyone. A little bit more mid-range. It's not about turn 1, but it's taken by TRUEWHALE. Here we go. Water Ryu removes from everyone, and there's a big opportunity for the Laura to get some stuns out, but he goes for the damage because he knows that he has the attack bar reduction from his Wind Center.
Look at that, Juno already being put down to almost 50% here, and of course we're going to get Cigar here, looking to get the reset on top of the Juno, reducing the attack bar, speed buff ups, provokes across the field as well.
A lot of damage coming out. It's that additional damage. Oh my god, a proc! He can try to remove this Juno from the field with the additional damage, and he kills her!
Wow, such great damage from that Tianlang. What an incredible violent proc there from TRUEWHALE, able to drop that Juno just as fast as that. I would say this first round is probably already done in right here, because these provokes, these slows, are going to be way too impactful. SPIRES to try and do anything with this match here.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of procs to come back into the match, because the Juno was a key unit. She was bringing so much interruption to the other side, and we gotta say it, the Tianlang so far, the MVP, the difference maker, and also the artifacts on TRUEWHALE's side, because the multi-hits, Stoic, with the amount of damage that came out, we didn't expect that to happen.
It's that additional damage, man, pummeling so much damage after every single hit, and there's so many multi-hits out of that unit as well. Way too impactful here. But let's see what's happened, because we ended up getting a very nice cleanse out of the Riley. Of course, we got that third skill coming out there where everything drops on the field with the Shizuka. So that might actually be his ability to bounce back here, but keep in mind that this Oliver's not going to get the full effect here with the Tianlang.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Stoic. The Tianlang creates so many troubles, and the problem is that with Shizuka, you don't even want to bring this Juno back, because once you use the second skill, the Juno doesn't have its passive, so it doesn't do anything else. You can try to get, you know, some damage, a despair stun, but it's not as much value as a unit that has a bunch of cooldowns that you can use.
Definitely. Now, TRUEWHALE's getting a couple additional turns here. Now, keep in mind, this Riley's, her ability to proc is definitely going to be rising up, and I think the more additional turns that this Riley can take is going to actually what's going to potentially keep SPIRES alive, and I think that's what he's really looking for. So you're going to see more resets, more attack bar pushback, obviously not to the full effect. The Tianlang still on the field here, but Riley really needs to get the ball rolling for SPIRES to keep him alive in this match.
I agree with you, and it's a big point right now. If he manages to remove that Tianlang, he might have a way back. Oh my god, that Panda hit so hard.
It really does. Crazy additional damage coming in here. And I think he's going to want to try and get rid of that Shizuka as soon as possible. Of course, the immunity is definitely going to keep this unit alive. No attack rate, no provokes him out of those units there. He needs an additional turn. He does get the additional turn. Doesn't actually have any skills up there, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult moment because even though he can steal the full attack bar, he's not going to gain it back because of that panda, but he does laugh. If he gets this big heal right now and manages to remove this panda from the field, that would be super, super key for him to get back into this match.
Most definitely. I think he should probably keep paying attention to that Tian Lang. I think Tian Lang is the unit that you really want to try and get rid of, but it looks like he's looking towards dropping some attack bar and potentially getting some resets out there for some of the units that are happening here. But Riley, ultimately, I think it comes, oh my lord, comes down to all the healing Spires is able to bring to his team, but that's a massive additional turn, defense break, and the attack. There goes the Shizuka. Now, the Shizuka was playing a really big part there for Spires, but that unit is going to be gone now.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to see units like this Cigar, and why is it so strong? Or in this case, the Wind Bison, because even when you reset it, the skill 1 is so good. That Provoke helps you control the other team and not let them use the skills that they want. But we got to talk about this once again. The monster that they both share, the Tian Lang taking the match away by himself, and TRUEWHALE wins game number 1.
What a round, and it's such a strong statement start for TRUEWHALE.
It really was. It's a massive statement. It's incredible to get those first round victories right there. So TRUEWHALE looking very, very strong with that victory over Spires. Tian Lang playing a massive impact here. It really was. So keep in mind, TRUEWHALE now has first pick going into next match because Oliver was the first pick coming out of Spires. So round 2, does he potentially take the Tian Lang away?
Yeah, and let me tell you guys something. There is an unsung hero, you know, someone that is doing kind of like that Ganymede job. We don't notice him doing too much, but more has been instrumental. He managed to get a lot of strips, opening up the way for the other monsters to deal a lot of damage, reduce attack bars with the Cigar. The thing that I really like about TRUEWHALE's comp is he has a lot of overlapping abilities. So a lot of beneficial effect removers, a lot of attack bar reducers. You know, he has a lot of options in there. Do you think that for Spires to adapt right now, he would try to steal that Tian Lang away?
Potentially. We'll see what happens here because we have a Lore and we have a Kinky pre-ban right now. So when TRUEWHALE's pre-banning out a Kinky, you can't help but think that maybe he's drafting a little bit more AoE units going into this match here that he doesn't want to have to deal with the Kinky because he had banned it in the last match.
Yeah, it's looking for me more like his comp that he brings the Volantis and the Juno, or is he going to adapt to that knowing that Spires now is trying to go for turn 1? A Chiwu coming out. Is this going to be a Gianna game into, you know, some control, some attack bar reduction? Or is he gonna wait for it? He steals the Tian Lang. I really love that.
Interesting. So about the draft already for Spires right now, I think when you saw the Kinky getting pre-banned here, TRUEWHALE was 100% going turn 1. So if he had tried to speed contest, it becomes a speed contest match, and I don't think that is kind of what Spires was looking for right here. So we ended up going with the Cigar came in here, Tian Lang getting locked in as well, and we're seeing a little bit more turn 1 play coming out of TRUEWHALE with the Changpeng and that Masha. Yeah,
you know what? I kind of like both ways for him. He can even go back to that turn 1 because these two units are so versatile, and that's it. The Gianna apparently being slapped, the Chiwu, I kind of like that option because he puts TRUEWHALE on his back foot right now, and he has to make a choice with the last 2 units. Do I bring everything to outspeed you, or do I sit back, take turn 2, and bring it back? So we might see right now a Heigang is a good option. The Juno's still on the table. A Volantis, you know, he has a lot of those counter units that are very strong into this composition.
Yep, exactly. So I really do like that Chew, and I like that Fire and Bison Connell. I think these are great units. He does have a speed lead locked in here, so I think potentially Spires may need to take another speed lead since he already laid down that Chiwu, so we might already know what's coming in for as this last pick. It's probably going to be something in the 33 speed realm. And of course, the Water Ryu and the Shan coming in here, so we have a 100% speed-based team coming out of TRUEWHALE.
Yeah, you know what I would really love into this? I think a Vanessa is a nice choice into it. Oh, he slaps the fastest monster in the game, Leo, that sets everyone's speed up to his. So that's going to be a very interesting choice because it does hurt his opponent, but it also hurts himself a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely. So in this route right now, so either you ban out the Leo, which is probably going to be happening here because everything's going to be speed scaling for TRUEWHALE. That's what happens here. So we lose the Leo, and we're going to be losing that Sean here, and we're going to have a 24 speed lead versus 24 speed lead. We'll find out how fast is Spire or how fast is TRUEWHALE in this second round match right here.
Woo! Who farms Giants the most? And here we go. This Water Ryu, turn 1, gets the reduction, but doesn't get it on everyone. The strip doesn't go out, and now he's going to push the attack bars up and doesn't get cut by the Chiwu. So close. Oh my god, gets the reduction. The Masha can try to remove a unit from the field. Probably he wants to go for the Panda, and that's what he does.
Ooh, big defense break. A lot of damage there. I think if we had seen additional turn pop out there, we could have been seeing a missing Panda here, but we'll see what happens. We've got a third skill available. No immunity on the side of TRUEWHALE.
Yeah, I really love both of the Bisons coming out. Gets a 1 stun that is a little bit hurtful. He needs the death break to land, and he needs this Masha not to proc, because you want to drop her from the chair, and you want to probably use the skill 3 from Chiwu right now, so the attack bar is not increased, and he misses one of them, but he can try to drop her with skill 2. I would definitely dump it.
Yeah, 100%. He's got to go for the dismount, and that is definitely going to be the unit of choice there. So Masha does get dismount. Of course, we've got second skill available. Attack break slow, sitting on top of our Cigar right there. Defense break does land on top of that Water Ryu.
Yeah, he needs to keep this Panda alive. The Panda is the core of the game once again. Keeps going for it. He has skill 2 right now. Big opening, and gets a stun on the Masha. That's super big. He needs to remove the highest damage monster off the field as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's technically what both players are trying to do right now. We got Spires trying to remove the Masha. We got TRUEWHALE trying to remove that Tian Lang, but it looks like Tian Lang might get removed right here, and Tian Lang does hold on. Oh! But the additional turns. Masha is going to be primed and ready to drop the Panda. That's going to be gone here, so Spires once again back on the back foot here. Connell, with only your first skill available, looking to keep something under control.
He wants to remove the Masha, but the problem is that this bird, the Wedget, will have the skill right now to use it, so you either have to pray for a kill right now or a control from the Cigar. Does he go? He doesn't risk it. I love that play, but the problem right now is that he's going to get so many turns ahead with the skill 2 from the Wedget.
Yep, there's that second skill going out there. We got the defense pop, and we've got attack bars getting boosted right here. You can see that he's probably going to try and get rid of the next unit that he can, because it's really important to remove units off the field, and it looks like Chiwu is going to be the next unit that TRUEWHALE's trying to take out here.
Yeah, you need a big proc from that Bison. He doesn't get it. The big problem right now, no sleep on the Chung Pung. He's going to get some damage on the Cigar, gets the attack bar reduction, an opportunity to remove him from the field because the Water Ryu goes right after him.
There we go, a little bit of attack bar reduction. Cigar still staying alive. We got a skill 2 coming out here, dropping 2 units. This is definitely TRUEWHALE locking in that second round victory up here against Spires.
Yeah, I think that the biggest problem right here was that this Fire and Bison didn't do enough. He only got 1 stun, didn't apply as many debuffs as you hoped it would, so maybe the Gianna would have been a better choice into this Wedget. You know, now Spires is probably thinking about how to adapt for this game number 3. He has his backs against the wall, but he needs to respond. Even with the Tian Lang, it was not enough.
Yep, definitely not enough there.
TRUEWHALE all of a sudden sitting at match point here, Stoic.
I mean, it's really scary for my boy up here. You know, I still think Spires is the kind of guy, he can come through with this one here, but he's got a really, really tough match, because it's really tough, especially on the mental, when you know that you're 2 matches down.
And that's the thing. That's the other half of RTA. It's the psychological warfare that's happening in the background, and right now Spires just can't get in that hole of thinking that he's out, because he's not. Here we go. Match point, TRUEWHALE. We're going into the 3rd round.
Yeah, going through his mind right now, should I stick with the strategy stealing away the Tian Lang? He knows how difficult it is to play against it, but he sticks with this Oliver. Very important unit. The speed lead has the reset. Now, will we see the Laura? He has the opening to take the Panda.
Yep, well, there's Laura, and then there's Cigar getting locked in there. Shizuka Juno. Is this a repeat of that first match here? I'm not too sure if it was the Cigar that was placed by TRUEWHALE, though. It was?
Yeah, and he responds, and he takes the Panda once again, so very, very consistent draft on this side. Now, Spires has the opportunity to change it, or to go once again with the Kinky and the Riley, bringing some sustain. He knows that didn't work out, but maybe he's thinking, if I ban the Panda this time, maybe I can withstand that damage. Goes with the same draft. Sometimes I love that. You know, sometimes it's RNG, sometimes it's the monster you banned. There's a lot of adaptations you can bring up to the table, and now he has the same choice. Do I ban the Masha, or do I take this Panda out? Or you can even think about removing the reset, you know? There's a lot of options in there. Oh, it is the same match as match 1.
Yeah, same as match number 1 here. Speed leads for both players there. So as we watched in that very first match there, I think the only way that Spires was able to really, come back there is those additional turns coming out of the Riley. So if Riley can be extremely oppressive, we can see another outcome in this match right here. So let's see what happens.
Yes, or if this Panda doesn't proc and kill the Juno. Let's see how much damage comes out this time. Here we go. The Cigar or the Wind and Bison's gonna hit the skill 3. Doesn't reduce the Juno. This is very important. Can he try to remove her from the field? No proc. He brings the saves! He gets the proc!
Oh, Lord.
It's like a replay and removes her from the field.
That's so crazy.
Woo! The Juno resisted the attack bar reduction. Now Delora with the proc on skill 1 once again. Salt in the wound and gets it a 3rd time.
What is going on down there?
I am reading the description of skill 1 on Delora. And that's what it do. TRUEWHALE taking the win.